at 150, you won't be here. So the real question is, how old are you? And then how long you want to be on this earth, right? Because here's why this is why this is important. Because if you know you're not going to be here forever, then you're going to treat how long you're going to be here differently. So what happens sometimes when you're young, you think you're going to be young forever. I feel you. I used to be there. I woke up this morning, I was 51 years old. I was like, man, I'm 51. My grandma, I went to go see my grandma, she's 91. I was like, man, I remember my grandma was in her 40s. My grandma 91. Now listen to me very closely. I'm not the don't say no to drugs dude, right? You make whatever decisions you want. You do whatever you want to do. I'm here to tell you though that you're not going to live forever. And so you have to decide then, if you're not going to be here forever, what are your 20s going to look like? What are your 30s going to look like? What are your 40s going to look like? Now I'm from Chicago originally, grew up in Detroit. 90% of my boys are not living the way I'm living. They ain't no different than me. As a matter of fact, Bob should be speaking to y'all right now, not me. Bob was the one that got me off the streets of Detroit. I was homeless. Like, for real, for real. I love rappers, because rappers be in the studio doing that stuff. I love it. Like, making up stuff. I was homeless, like, in abandoned buildings, homeless. Eating out of trash cans, homeless. Bob took me off the streets, brought me to church. I gave my life to Christ. That pastor helped me to get my GED. Then they sent me to college. Took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree because I played in school. I was in college, couldn't hardly read or write. But Bob should be here right now. But Bob is not here because me and Bob, at 20, we started making different decisions. So here's what I want to tell you. I don't care what you say you want to be, what you want to do. And here's the crazy part about y'all age. Man, I'm so proud of y'all. Like, y'all are 1%ers. But the crazy part about it is, just because you got here don't mean your 30's going to look like this. And your 40's going to look like this. And your 50's. I mean, I wish if you played in the NFL, I wish that whatever your best day was, your best year was, you could just like capture that and that'd be the rest of your life. But unfortunately, a lot of dudes made a lot of money broke. I'm going to just say MC Hammer. That's my dude. $30 million wasted in it. How you lose $30 million in 1 year? Easy. You got the same mentality, like you hanging out with your homies and you trying to do right by your homies, but your homies eating up stuff, doing stuff, and now you broke, and now you can't. Here's the crazy part about it. Most of the people who lost $30 million in 1 year, you don't get another year to make another 30 mil. Like, bro, wouldn't it be sweet if you had 30 and you wasted it, and then you get a second shot and you get another 30? But for most people, that won't happen. So I'm not here to tell you anything but this. What do you want your life to look like? Many of you probably haven't even thought about it, but the cool thing about it, you got a phenomenal start, right? So I'm gonna walk through these slides real quick. I'm geek, right? I'm geek, why? Because I speak for a living. I'm geek, y'all, I speak for a living. So what does that mean? This don't get old. I got something that I can, if I die at 70, I can continue to do this. At 80, I can continue to do this. The problem with football, you can't do this at 50. You can't play this game at 50. I don't care how sweet you are. The best of the best, I felt like, the best of the best was MJ. And MJ had to retire. As a matter of fact, when MJ was with the Wizards, he didn't look like the bull MJ. He was just doing that because he was trying to own a team so he could make some money in basketball. So I'm telling you, this ain't forever. And when you're doing something that don't last forever, you gotta treat it differently. This don't last for 20. This don't last for 30. This might not even last for 10 for some of you. So you gotta take full advantage of every single Sunday. And you only get 16. Oh, I'm sorry they added. If they added one, I apologize. I'm old school, like Billy said. Old school. We're 16. So right now for me real quick, and maybe you're not gonna answer this right now, but what do I want to be doing in my 30s, my 40s, my 50s, my 60s? And what you do today, every day when you walk in this joint, what you do today is going to determine how you live at 30, at 40, at 50, at 60. And y'all got a head start, man. My mom had to work at Ford. She got pregnant with me at 17 years old. Mom had to work at Ford for 30 years. And she probably ain't make what some of y'all going to make in 2 or 3 years in 30 years. So I'm proud of you. Whatever you had to do in high school, whatever you had to do in college, you did what you had to do when you got to this level. All I'm asking you is set the standard. Set the standard, right? Set the standard. I'm not, listen to me. You're a grown man. I would dare tell you to set the standard. Well, set one though. Set a standard. Well, Jamal, we just left from Dubai. They said, man, If you haven't been there, go. They set the standard, y'all. Like any place, I hate. Let me tell you what I hate about Dubai. This is my second chance going. What I hate about Dubai is coming back to America. You go to Dubai and you come to the Four Seasons garbage. The Four Seasons look like double Holiday Inn Express. They got the 6 tallest buildings there. Everything they do, like they pick you up in the 740. The taxi cab driver is picking you up in the 745 LI. That's like over there, like the Lamborghini. My boy was like, he from Detroit. My boy was like, I wanna drive in a Lamborghini. My boy that brought me was like, what do you mean by that? He's like, I want to rent one. He said, you ain't got to rent one. I got one outside. He said, but then I want the Ferrari one. He said, well, my wife got that one. I go pick that one up and bring it back for you so you can try that one around. My boy from the D, like, he driving around the Lamborghini. He can't believe it. He on the island. The Standard over there, everything is big. The Louis over there, I will eat up all of it. It's unbelievable. One dude went over there and built the tallest building, and then now that was the standard. What's your standard? I don't care what it is. But what is your standard? I got some standards. I've been waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and praying to God since I was 19 years old. That's a non-negotiable. Every morning at 3, I'm up. I'm the best in the world as a speaker, not because I'm the best, but I'm the best because every day I put God first. That's my standard. I don't care if I'm in Dubai, 3 o'clock. I don't care if I'm in Cali, 3 o'clock. I don't care if I'm down south, 3 o'clock. That's my standard. I've been married 31 years. I've only had sex with one woman my entire life. That's my standard. I'm not telling nobody else to do that, but my old dude was in my life because he was running around having sex with everybody. I got siblings I don't even know. I just met my niece for the first time. She's 24 years old. So I'm like, I'm not doing what my dad did. My dad, a high school dropout. I went and got my GED, then I got my 4-year degree, then I got my master's degree, then I got my PhD. And I ain't smart, but I set a standard so when my kids came in this world, their mama got a master's, their daddy got a PhD, they at least got to finish high school. I set a standard. Multi-millionaire as a speaker from the bottom up. I set a standard. I'm telling you, set a standard. Set a standard. You can't be no champion if you don't have a standard. And let me tell you something. The men who set a standard are always the ones who are champions. Set a standard. I never smoked a day in my life. All my boys smoke weed. That's my boys. I love them to life. I ain't tripping if they smoke. I just set a standard. My daddy was strung out on crack for 14 years. My uncle's died of cirrhosis of the liver. I'm good on alcohol. I'm good on drugs. Why? It don't look like my family know how to handle it. I ain't mad at my boy Bob. He seemed like he know how to do it and get him to go to work. He went to school. He's smoking weed on his way to school. Still doing good on tests. But I had to set a personal standard that we're not doing that. Somebody hit me the other day. E, what you think about weed? Oh, why you asking what I think about E? E, what you think about? I said, listen to me, bro. I got a standard. He said, E, what's wrong? I love the young boy. He's about 21. E, what's wrong with it? E, what's wrong with it? E, what's wrong with it? I said, bro, I'm trying to be the next Martin Luther King. When you get to this level, you don't ask what's wrong with it. You ask what's right with it. I'm a champion. We as a champion, we ain't trying to cut corners. We ain't trying to see how much we can do and still be successful. I got a standard. I want to be the best. And I love Steph Curry. Steph said, making shots in workouts is no longer good enough. Put this down. Finish. Write that down. Type that to yourself. Execute. Put that down. Finish. Execute. Let me tell you something. They treat people differently who execute. Nobody care what you're doing in practice. They don't got to do with nothing. That don't count. Now, it don't count what you're doing in practice. It don't count. It don't count what you do first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. The most important quarter is the one you like where you won. Write that down. Finish. Effort is not good enough. Ain't nobody paying you for effort. You don't get paid for effort. You don't get paid for trying. And my wife went to Dubai because I execute. For free. I put up videos every single day. Ain't nobody paying me for the stuff I put up since 2006. I just put it up so when you wake up, you got something. And then in the afternoon, I give you something. And then when you drive it home, I give you something because you got to go back to your family. I want you to be pumped up when you go to your family. And guess what happened? You reap what you sow. We're on our way to Dubai. My man said, E, we saw, we all was in Emirates. But you saw that one was like a cat. I didn't know what it was. It was like a capsule me and my wife was in. They paid $30,000 for airplane seats. I was scared. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to go over here. My man paid 30 grand for the seats. Now, he might be looking for me to come. I don't know what he looking for me to come over here. Got to the hotel executive. I told my wife said, listen to me, my wife said to me, do me a huge favor. She said, this man has spent almost $150,000 for you to come over here. I want to come back. When you get up there and speak, it better be the best speech you ever done in your life. Execute, my wife was like, execute, like I want to come back to me by. Whatever you said to make that man bring you over here, you say that and 3 times better. I want to come back, but this time I come back, I want my kids to come with me. I said, well, you going to put them in first class? She said, no, they're going to be behind us. I said, boy, that's 60 grand. She said, go speak like it. So do me a favor, set the standard. Steph Curry was one of the best of the best. His standard is making shots in workouts is no longer enough. Watch that. Set the standard, then raise the standard, then uphold the standard every single day. Some of you like, that's too much. Well, you're not going to be a champion. You're going up against other champions. You think you're going to get 50%? You think you're going to get 70%? You think you're going to get 80? I watch y'all. Y'all good. But you need to be great in this league, too. You're real good at what you do. But some of you don't finish. You look good in the first. You look good in the second. You look stuck. But the fourth, with the last 3 minutes, I can tell. I can tell the last 3. Listen to me. The real beast is the last 4 minutes. The real beast is when their legs give out. The real beast when they tired. The real beast find a way to pull something out when nobody else ain't got nothing.
Kelly Blue Book is your trusted pricing, fixing, and instant cash offer. CarShop, KBB.com.
So number one, listen to me, don't write this down. It's not a principle. Listen quickly, I'll give you the first principle. Number one, this is not the principle, it's gonna be a dogfight. I would love to tell you that on the road to success, everything is gonna work out. It's not. It's gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a dogfight. For those of you watching my videos, on the road to success, I lost 5 aunts to cancer. It's a dogfight. In the midst of my business, I lost aunts. I had to go to funerals. We had to get on a plane. We had to drive. We had aunts that are close to my age who died, who didn't have insurance. We had to raise money. A dogfight. I had cousins shot in stores, execution style, shot back of the head twice. It's a dogfight. Like, you don't see that on YouTube. You don't see that on my TGI. It's a dogfight. My wife, 3 years ago, 7 legions fought on the brain. It's a dogfight. It hasn't been easy. It's a dogfight. It hasn't been, the road hasn't been successful. It's just a paved road, and like E.T. go this way. It's been rough. It's been crooked. It's been hard. But I made up in my mind that I will get a reward for the pain that I go through. I will not stop in the middle of the process. I will not be defeated. I will not be destroyed. I will take everything that happens in my life and I will allow the pain to push me to greatness. You will not break me. You will not stop me. You will not defeat me. The only way I lose is if I quit. It's going to be a dogfight. And so if you're ready to quit, then don't get started. If you're ready to quit, don't get started. If you're looking for this easy path, don't get started. If you think they're not going to close the door on you and say no 1,000,000 times, don't get started. But every time they close the door, I just get excited. Why? Because I am not a no. I'm 1 yes away. I'm 1 yes away. You can't keep telling me no forever. You can't keep denying me forever. This type of energy, this type of passion. You can't stop it. You can contain it for a while, but you cannot stop. This is life. And you can't defeat me. There is not. You don't have enough power. You don't have enough energy. You don't have enough strength to stop this. Contain it for a year, you might. 2 years, you might. You do not have hate. Does not have enough energy to destroy love. You cannot destroy this. And so I'm telling you today, it's going to be a dogfight. And the sooner you realize it's going to be a dogfight. Okay, so let me just say this to you. So in America, right, and I'm sure it's the same thing here, but they're in our armed forces. Let's just pick one, the Navy, for instance. We just pick the Navy. Right? Let me tell you guys, this is good. Listen to me very closely. The first thing they teach you, somebody over here, help me out. You are in the Navy, right? They're teaching you war, right? What's the first thing they teach you? Boot camp, the very first, somebody tell me over here, they take a wildcat. What's the first thing they teach soldiers? Good, courage, okay? This side, discipline. So give me something practical. What's the first practical thing that they would teach you? Say it again. Defending yourself, somebody over here. How to swim, listen to me very closely. The first thing they teach you, the very first thing they teach you, is how to respond when you have a jam gun. And number two, how to carry a dead body. That's the first thing they teach you. They don't teach you how to defend yourself. They don't teach you how to swim. The first thing they teach you is when your gun is jammed. The first thing they teach you is dead body, how to carry a dead body. And somebody tell me, why would they start you there? That's the worst case scenario. That's what you're not prepared for. That's what you're not thinking. You're not thinking when you go out there to defend yourself that your gun is gonna jam. You're not thinking when you go out there that your boy gonna get killed and you gotta drag. You're not thinking that. So listen to me. It's not hardships that hurt us. It's not my cousin getting shot twice. It's not my cousin spending 50 years in jail. It's not my eye dying cancer. It's not my wife being diagnosed with 7 lesions on the brain that will break you. What will break most people is you didn't prepare for that. So when you put all your little goals and all your little dreams together, it's not the thing that broke you. It was you never even thought about the fact that you could be broken. You never prepared. You never prepared for worst case scenario. And the reason why ET is standing here, because I'm prepared for it. If you know anything about me, I still lay on floors. I still eat chips off the floor. I still do some stuff that to most people is crazy, like ET. Why would you do that? Because I'm always prepared that we may not live in that house one day. One day something might happen, and we might have to go back to that. And if I have to go back to that, it's not gonna break me. So I present to you a diamond. Most women love them. And most men spend a lot of money on them. I'm gonna say it again. Most women love them. And most guys have to work a long time to be able to put dice with them. The thing we covered the most, for a diamond to be produced, it must first go through extreme heat. Extreme heat. Extreme pressure. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? For a diamond to be produced, it has to go through extreme pressure, extreme heat. And if that wasn't enough, what makes a diamond is the cut. So you are put through, if you want to be a diamond, you must go through extreme pressure. If you can't take pressure, then you're not a diamond. After you go through all the pressure you thought you could not handle, and you think it's over, then they turn on the heat. Of all the stuff I've gone through in my life, eating out of trash cans, sleeping in abandoned buildings, the worst thing that ever happened is when I went to the hospital and they told me my wife had a chronic illness and she might not be able to walk one day. People say, E.T., ask CJ, it never broke me. Why? Because I've been broken so much. I've been defeated so much. I've been disappointed so much in my life that I know what it feels like and I can handle it. It didn't happen to me at 19. It didn't happen to me at 20. It didn't happen to me at 30. It happened to me at 40. After I had been through all the pressure I thought I could go through. Life said, you finished with all the pressure? I said, yeah. They said, let me bring on the heat. And then when I went through the pressure and the heat, y'all, I thought it was over. Creator said, now you ready to get cut? You say you wanted to be great, son. You say you wanted to travel the world. You say you wanted to help people, inspire people. Hey, you gotta be a diamond. Listen to me very closely. If you've ever studied the diamond, once it goes through that type of pressure and it finally becomes a diamond, at that point you can't break it no more. You hearing what I'm telling you? Once you get to that point, you cannot be broken anymore. And the only way they can tell if a diamond is a diamond or if it's fake is by applying pressure. sure as how they tell. Never just look at it, you think you just look at the thing, like I looked in the thing, and I just bring it here, put it on some glass, okay, it's real. So I'm being honest with you, I'm not giving you the 7 principles to, I'm trying to tell you the very first thing I want to tell you before we go through the principles. It's going to be a dog fight. And if you soft, this ain't good. You want to get out now. This is where you're like, I quit.
Work goes smoothly when you know the right steps. With Asana, you can coordinate tasks across teams and stay on track, so your team can spend more time celebrating wins. Try it for free at asana.com.
But if you're willing to say, I'm not going to quit, I guarantee you whatever success you want to have, you're going to have. All right, so here's number 1. I apologize. It took a long time to get to number 1. Number 1, Denzel Washington. You must be very intentional and deliberate. You must be very intentional and deliberate. The stuff that you wrote down on that piece of paper is not going to happen by osmosis. You're not going to wake up one day and find a law degree. You're not just going to walk out of your house, here it is, look with my name on it. I'm a doctor now. It suddenly appeared. It's not going to work like that. If you're married, it's not going to. If you're married, I promise you, you're married over 26 years. If you're going to have a good relationship, you're going to have to work for it. If you have a business, you don't have to work for it. If you don't have a healthy relationship with your children, I've made up in my mind that nothing's going to stop us from having a daily relationship. I will do whatever it takes, make whatever adjustments I need to make. So it's going to be a dog fight, but I'm telling you from personal experience, you don't have to start with anything. I'm a living example. You don't have to have anything to get started, not even a daddy. No, I'm being real with you. Not a bank account. Not a name. Not a camera. We didn't have a camera when we first started. Not even business cards. We don't still have business cards. They say, how are you so successful without business card? I don't know. We just say, here, take our number down. If you're serious, just here. Here's my number. Call me. So number 1, you need to be very intentional and deliberate. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 things. I'm going to let you go. The first one is you need to be very intentional and deliberate. And what I mean by very intentional and deliberate, please, you have to hear this. I believe in rugby that both teams are professionals, correct? Listen to me, both teams are professionals. Both guys have, started young and they all have, are all, physically able to play the game. But what happens is you have one team that's good in spurts. You have another team that's dominant. Come on, hear what I'm telling you. When I say I need you to be intentional and deliberate, hear me, I want to paint the picture. You have one team that has the ability to score. They have the ability to do well. They have the ability to score on the opponent. What their challenge is that they can't do it, they can't sustain it. The teams that are dominant, all black, dominant because they can do it from beginning to end. Right, listen to me, and they can do it team after team after team. Right, they can do it over and over and over. And they dominate because they put pressure on you from the time you start to the very end. Like, even when they're out, they continue to dominate. And your problem is you're not intentional and deliberate. You wake up on Monday and you might be strong, but by Wednesday, somebody told me, E.T., it's Wednesday, it's hump day. I thought every day was hump day. I thought Sunday was off day. I thought Sunday is where you really get started. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You're not intentional and deliberate. You are hoping that the best is going to happen to you, and the best never happens to you. Listen to me very closely. As a Christian, I remember going to God and crying out and saying, I'm doing all the right stuff. I'm doing all the right stuff. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm finding folks wallet, and I'm finding a way to get their wallet back. I'm not disrespecting people. I'm trying to do all the right stuff. Why am I broke? You're not saying being a good person so has nothing to do with making money. That's absolutely, you're a good person, and you're going to be rewarded for that. Ask CJ, I can lose my computer, and somebody's going to send it back to me. But I lose stuff all the time. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to lose people, but I'll lose stuff. Like, it's not that deep. Listen to me. I'll leave money, I'll leave money, not even in a wallet, just money sitting there. And I'll come back and somebody say, did you lose some money? I'm like, you got my name on it. Like, I'm being honest, the Beats by Dre, I left him on the plane the other day, did some work, came back. I just randomly walked up to 48, exit 48, randomly just walked up and said, I lost some headphones. And he said, oh, were they black with red? I said, yeah. He said, I think that they're down in the security. I'm like, security? That's 2 miles from here. I got to catch a plane another 15 minutes. He said, oh, I'm sorry. What's your name? I said, here, Tom. He said, oh, they're right here. We're talking about in Los Angeles, California, I randomly walk up to a gate, and this guy just happens to have my... So God said to me, good stuff is always going to happen because you're going to do this stuff. Money's not going to come to you because you're not doing money stuff. Come on, you got to hear what I'm telling you. He said you got to be intentional and deliberate about money stuff. You got to create a product that people need, and you got to give it to them regularly. Like, thank God on Monday for the last 8 years, you just got to keep giving it to them. And the first year, nothing. The second year, nothing. The third year, a little something. The fourth year, a little bit more. By the fifth year, boom, you're a household name. You got to be intentional and deliberate, whether you're making money or not making money. You got to decide that you're going to do something, and you got to do it every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday. The problem with some of you in this room, you're not intentional and deliberate. You're a good person that just hopes the good stuff is going to happen to you. So you need to be on Facebook, because Facebook, they're not just good people. They do the analytics and tell you who's watching your stuff and who's not watching. They give you the numbers. Hear what I'm saying? If you are intentional, deliberate. So I wake up every single day. See, I don't care what country I'm in. I don't care how long we've been on a flight. I don't care what our schedule is. What time do I wake up every day, see? Okay, when we were in Poland, what time did I wake up? Okay, what about England? What about Australia? Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm intentional and deliberate. I don't care what time zone we are. I just sent my family the time. I'm in New Zealand. I'm looking at what time it is at home and said yesterday. I said yesterday. I like this. I need to be a bad man. I said it's yesterday. Negative 18 hours. I'm still getting up at the exact same time. CJ, did we work out since we've been here? We just finished working out. How long did I run on the treadmill? Nothing changes. Nothing changes, God. I'm very intentional. And some of you could be so, you'd be so much better if you just didn't leave things to chance. Here's what are you saying? I thought you were manifesting. I am. Faith without works is dead. They kind of go together. Faith, works. Not one of them by themselves don't work practically. You can't work your way to it. You can't faith your way to it. It's a beautiful blend of faith. I believe the plane's going to land in Australia. But I still got to get on it. No faith. I believe that people are going to show up. Like, we're taking a chance. We don't know if people are going to register and come. We're here. We're in Melbourne. We're in Brisbane. We're in Perth. We're in Sydney. We don't know that people are going. We bring out. I brought my wife. If I crash with my wife, that's it for her life. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? So faith is great. We believe we're going to get here. We believe things are going to work out. But I still got to get on the plane. I still got to land. I still got to work out. I still got to do TGIM. We still got to do podcasts. Like, nothing changes because I'm in a different country and I'm in today or tomorrow. I'm literally in tomorrow right now. You write this down. How can you be more intentional and deliberate about your life? And when you get home, you're going to answer me for it. All right, 2 more things. I'm going to let you guys get out of here, I promise. I need you to be intentional and deliberate. Do we do the podcast at a different time every week? Same time. Do we do Thank God this Monday on Wednesday? Do I do as a preacher, do I have my services on Thursday? Same thing every week. Come on, guys. I'm not trying to make this deep. I'm trying to make this as simple as I can. When you leave this room, you're going to go to a whole other level. A year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, Denzel walked in and said, 60 seconds. Principle number 2, he was aware, heightened sense of awareness. You got heightened sense of awareness. Some of you are making the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over and over and over. I need you to have a heightened sense of awareness. When he walked in the room, before he moved, he studied. And many of you in this room, you are moving and then studying. And you keep making the same mistakes over and over and over and over. Come on, hear what I'm telling you, making the same mistakes over and over and over. And I remember crying. Why are these guys, motivational speakers, traveling all over the world, and I don't get to travel all over the world? I'm trying to do right by people. I'm speaking all over the world. What's going on? As I did my homework, I said, oh, Eric, you're doing something wrong. You are motivating and they're empowering. You're just telling your story, but you're not making the connection between their life and your story. There are no principles. You're not principle driven. There's not enough content.